It does. All right. Who are you?
I'm Steve Ramsey from
Do you
Young
want to do
Galaxy.
this?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that way I can.
What do you like? All right. What's your name?
I'm Steve Ramsey from Young Galaxy.
Okay. And you guys live in Montreal?
We do.
Did you drive down just for this show?
We did, in fact. Yeah. This is like 14 hours later. Here we are. Yeah.
Okay. How was it?
It was good. It was. You know what? It was. I mean, this time of year it's hit or miss. You know, and it was clear the whole way, so we're very lucky. And it makes it easy to do. But I'm just thinking, like, imagine if it was snowing the whole way, which it could very well be from Montreal to Chicago. So
yeah,
pretty bad. It's pretty good. Pretty sunny the whole way. So
okay. You got a good place to stay tonight and everything?
We do. We use this thing called Hotwire. It's like a special discount hotel thing. We got a 4-star hotel for like $79.
And you're gonna put 8 people in it?
We're gonna try.
All right.
They'll get a little suspicious, I'm sure.
So you are working on or finished a new album?
Working on.
Okay.
Just began actually like a week ago.
All right.
We just did 3 songs. We're doing them at a local place in Montreal, a place that we can walk to from our homes, and it's good. We're going to try to. We've been doing a lot of pre-production for it, like trying to actually, take our time crafting the songs, as they say, and as opposed to the first record where we really just threw ideas out there. We had no band, we had no label, we were just kind of making a record, and now we have some experience, a band to play with, a label, so we feel like it's more focused than it ever has been, so we're excited.
That's good. Well, the last record was pretty solid. I mean, it didn't seem like it was like a half effort or anything like that.
Well, no, it certainly wasn't. I mean, it was sort of an accumulation of like 8 years of like learning how to write songs, or 6 years maybe. But the thing about it was that the whole goal with that was to just try to like make it sound like a real, like a band, like a real band, or something organic, as opposed to something that was like just kind of cobbled together in the studio, which it was. So that was kind of the main feat, the main goal of that record, and now it's something very different. It's like taking it to the next level with our songs, or using dynamic more, and like we created a nice atmosphere with the last record, but we want to add to that with more dynamic and a more sort of like even more organic parts, if you will, like the actual drummer and bassist and guitarist.
So you have more of a theme to it?
Yeah. It's actually you might call it a concept record.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you say what that concept is?
Let's just say, as a concept, we're thinking 4-sided magnum opus. If you were to do vinyl, quadruple vinyl, and I'm thinking it should have something to do with the end of the world, and set in a sex hospital, and we're thinking about calling it Sex Hospital. That's what we'll provisionally title it.
How does Arts and Crafts feel about that?
Oh, they're very excited. How could you not be excited about something called Sex Hospital?
I know they like exciting vinyl releases. So.
They sure do. We're going to really test them with this one.
Okay.
We're thinking maybe 1 piece of vinyl per song. 12-sided vinyl. Actually, 1 12-sided record.
Right.
Like an old giant Dungeons and Dragons dice.
Dodecahedron?
Yeah, a dodecahedron.
20-sided die?
Sure, we'll put all the outtakes on it as well, the B-side. 20-sided vinyl, guys. Wow.
Is this your first or second time at Chivas?
This is our second.
Second, okay.
First was in late May of 2007.
Okay.
Our first tour of the States, in fact. No, we actually played at the Metro the years before that, but it was an interesting night for us, for sure, the first time we played here. Yeah, it was fun. I broke my hand.
On stage?
And the power cut. Yeah, on stage. It was during the last note of our show. Our booking agent was here. We were very excited to be here. It was our first night, the first show of our own, basically, after we toured with the album Leaf. And our booking agent was here, and we were all tired, and I don't know, it was like, there wasn't too many people here, and I guess right at the end I was just giving it up, trying to have a rock and roll moment, really going for it. We had our smoke machine going, and I just brought my hand down, like pounded it on my pedals, and right away I knew, but it was like the final note of the sort of like, good night, you know, and I was like, oh, I couldn't lift my amp off stage. And, do you have time for this? Because it's a funny story.
Yeah.
That is, so after, you know, after that, I'm like, I don't know if it's broken or not. I don't know what's going to happen, but we went back to the hotel, which is downtown Chicago, and I opened the curtain in the morning. I was like, I'm going to sleep on it, see if it's okay in the morning. Sure enough, the next day it was so bad. I open up the curtains, I look outside Chicago, downtown Chicago skyline. I'm like, where am I going to find a hospital? I don't know where I am. I look down, and there, right across the street below the hotel room, is Northwestern's emergency room for their hospital. So I just walked across the street.
Being a Canadian, you just walked
there
right
you
in.
walked right into the emergency, and then I sat there for not too long. Actually, it was like 2 hours. It was okay, even I think by American standards, not a bad wait. And then this guy was treating me, and he was kind of young, I'd say, for a doctor. He's about 35. And he was like, what band do you play? I told him how it happened. And he said, what band do you play in? And I said, Young Galaxy. Of course, he hadn't heard of us. He's like, what label are you on? I thought, well, that's a weird question from a doctor. But I was like, well, we're on Arts and Crafts, a Canadian label. And he went, oh, are you, you know Broken Social Scene? I was like, yeah, well, yeah, we're on the same label. And he's like, oh, they're my favorite band, man. I just saw them like 3 months ago. And then he's like, here, let me, oh man, he's like sitting in on every little consultation afterwards, like making sure I'm getting, he's like giving me the thumbs up, you okay, you okay?
Because you need Broken Social.
And then at the end, and then he came to me at the end, he's like, listen, I'm going to write you a couple prescriptions, okay, don't worry about it, what do you need? You want to go up, you want to go down, you want to go, anything you want. He writes me, he's like, this is a new one, this is something new on the market, try that. If you don't like that one, here, I'll give you the old style, you know, like Tylenol 3s. Yeah, here's a little something to take the edge off.
Wow.
Gave me like, I walked out of there like a kid in a candy store. Thanks, buddy, from Northwestern.
For all your pharmaceuticals.
That kept the band so happy through the Midwest. You need to be happy when you're in Omaha, I'll tell you. You need to be sedated when you're in Omaha. So it was a good trip after that.
All right, well, here's hoping you don't break your hand again tonight.
I've learned.
Although you should still, you know.
I'll give it up, but to the air rather than to my pedals. Yeah,
okay.
With my fist.
Anything else you'd like to say before we go?
Thank you, Shibas, for having us to this great event. We're glad to be here. 14-hour drive later, it's worth it, I'd say, because Shibas is one of the best venues of its kind around. And Chicago is a great city. We're very happy to play Chicago. We love Chicago. So thank you very much, and have a good week.
Bye-bye.